Alright? You see, Esau, he's the abomination that brings desolation, man. He's the abomination. He's the walking abomination on the planet Earth. But our people, they've been deceived to think that he's just a normal human being. Alright? Think about, he is the abomination, man. Alright? Because if you check Leviticus 14, it is a plague, man, to have no melanin. So when they have a man and a woman and their children walking up and down the earth with no melanin, they're what you call the clean leper, man. Alright? If you check the history of our nation, there was once a time where a woman called Miriam, she was the sister of Moses. Moses struck her. And what did Moses and Aaron say? Moses and Aaron said, Lord, let this sin pass away from us, man. Alright? Because it was like a curse, man, to look like that. Alright? That's why Esau in the scriptures, I think it's Isaiah said, the people of my curse. These are the people of my curse. Alright? So he's also known as an abomination, and he brings forth desolation, also known as death by Habakkuk. Alright? Where?
Verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Yeah, because Yahushua was prophesying. He was letting them know that basically Jerusalem will be destroyed by the Romans, man. Okay? And that time took place during 70 AD. Pretty much 70 years after the Lord died. Alright? A good 70 years. So imagine if I'm saying these things now and then 70 years down the line they take place. You understand? That's how prophecy can be. Okay? And when the Romans came, they besieged Jerusalem. And millions of our people fled into Africa, man. North Africa, East Africa. Okay? But not just the continent of Africa, we fled into different parts of the earth, man. Esau calls it the diaspora, or the dispersal of Judah, or the Jews. Okay? And we're the Jews. A long time ago, when I used to study Judaism in college, I used to think that I was talking about the white man, that it was the Jewish white man, because you had different diasporas. You had the one in ancient Babylonia, that dispersal. Then you had the Roman diaspora, okay? But that was talking about us, the so-called blacks, man. All right? And what did they do? They burnt down the temple. Okay? The remains of Solomon's temple are still out there in Israel today. And you have a bunch of so-called white people, or Edomites, or Amalekites, are bound down to that movement as though they're the real Jews, but they're not. All right? They got the black hats, the black coat, and the little twirly thing by the side of their head, but they're not the real Jews, man. Okay? And they've led the world into thinking that that's them, and really it's us. Alright?
Verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Nice.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Right, man, because you can apply that to now, because we're approaching a time. Because if you see out here, people are not even thinking about that, man. People are not even thinking about the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of great tribulation, such as never was since there was. You have to imagine how terrible the time is gonna come. That's coming, man. It's gonna be a truly bad time, man.
Terrible.
So the brother was talking about the what's it? Was it the storm? The calm before the storm? I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad. People are not prepared, man. Alright? Well,
and
in
accept.
fact, if I hold that and give me Jeremiah 30, man, verse 4.
Jeremiah 30, verse 4, and it says, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
A voice of trembling and not of peace. Where
Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child.
ask ye now and see whether you see a man travailing with child. Where
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
so imagine a woman screaming and said, imagine a man that's with child, man, that's pregnant. You know? So basically you have a lot, you're gonna basically have a lot of men, okay, in complete fear in the time
Balling,
to come.
innit?
Man.
Balling.
Say that again?
Balling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna see grown men screaming. Okay? Right? You hear grown men, man, 6 foot, screaming, crying, man, hiding. Alright? When that time comes. It's not just gonna be Jake. You're gonna have Edomites, you're gonna have Arabs, Ishmaelites. And they're gonna be in fear when this time comes. Alright? You're gonna have suicide is gonna skyrocket. Alright? Suicide is gonna go to a whole nother level, man. People are gonna go crazy. Good example is the movie Bushwick. Alright? That's a very realistic movie about how it's all gonna take place. And it showed you in the movie, even when all hell was breaking loose, the woman's sister was in the house getting high, and she didn't even realize the madness that was going on around her. So even when all hell break loose, a lot of people are not gonna consider what's actually happening, man, until somebody come up and tell them. You understand?
And then it'd be too late.
Because that's gonna be too late. You know? People are still gonna be in the house getting high, smoking, and all hell is breaking loose around them. And they're just thinking, no, that's too crazy. No, that will never happen. You know? The British economy will just go on forever. No way. You know? Go ahead.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
All faces done turn into paleness, man. People are gonna be like, what should we do? What should we do? They're gonna grab onto other people. Grown men are gonna be scared, man. Women are gonna be scared. Children will be crying. Have you ever heard a child that just keeps crying, man? No matter how much you try to offer a food, they keep crying. That's why I said, woe to you women that give suck in those days, man. Alright? You have grown men crying out here, man. Trust me. Getting your car fixed, getting the latest this or the latest that, that's gonna be the last thing on your mind, man. But
Alas, for that day is great,
see, alas, that day is great, man.
so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right, so this is basically going hand in hand with what we just read in Matthew 24. There shall be a time of great tribulation. That day is great, and none is like it. Ever was since there was a nation. It's even the time of what the great tribulation or Jacob's trouble. Alright? But Jacob shall be what saved out of it. Because they say Jacob, does that mean the whole house of Jacob? No, it's talking about the elect. Alright? Because the Most High, it's going to say that his angels encampeth around them that fear him. Alright? So the Most High spirits on the right hand side are going to protect brothers that are of the elect, brothers and sisters, and their children. Alright?
For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck,
Go back in the middle.
and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Right, so basically, the scripture say the Most High gonna break the yoke, okay, off of Jacob's neck. Because right now, we've been serving these other nations, man. Okay, I was speaking about with a sister today. She's from Ivory Coast, and she know about the Hebrew Israelites. All right. And I told her about we're gonna enslave the Arabs, and she said, yeah, she believes in that. I said, a time's gonna come, we're gonna enslave the nations, man. We're gonna grab them, man. We're gonna throw them and dash them. We're gonna throw them in the air. We're gonna pass them around. All right. Yeah.
But they shall serve Yahweh their power, and David their king.
So that's what we're gonna do, man. That's all this is. We're gonna serve David their king. Meaning there's gonna be a restoration of order among our nation. All right. There's gonna be a patriarchy. Okay. There's gonna be a serious laws. There's gonna be a rulership. There's gonna be crowns. There's gonna be thrones.
They call it a theocracy, innit?
Theocracy.
Yeah, the rule of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
See, the Most High is gonna rule. All right. The order from on the high is gonna come from Yahweh. Okay. But obviously the scripture says he's gonna give it to his son Yahweh Shai, and then we're gonna be joint heirs with him. All right. So there's gonna be an order. You see that? Go ahead, man.
Joint ears with Yahweh Shai? That's heavy, brother. That is heavy. Honestly, brother. You don't actually realize what you just said a while ago, innit, brother?
Yeah.
Joint ears with Yahweh Shai. Come on, brother. Listen to what you just said. No, brother. Come on. No.
So like sometimes,
No, brother.
sometimes when you're out here teaching, sometimes someone will read,
No.
but if you slow it down, you've got
Yes,
to get the
you have
essence
to
of
get
it,
it,
man.
brother.
You know what I mean? Hey, that's the good news, isn't it?
No, brother. No.
Join the heirs, man, because Yahweh Shai is gonna get that glorification. His body is literally gonna shine, man.
Hey, because listen, slack here. Because without Yahweh Shai, the Most High wouldn't hear our prayers.
That's it.
Right? So when we pray to the Most High, we have to go via Yahweh Shai. And you're telling me now that we're going to be joint ears with Yahweh Shai? Come on, brother. Come on. Speak it, brother.
It's very
That's serious stuff.
Right.
Very serious.
That's serious stuff, brother.
It's very serious.
Right?
Yahweh Shai, we're actually gonna see him.
Oh, come
Can
on.
you imagine that? We actually imagine I can see this brother here, or I can see this brother here or here. We're actually gonna see what he looks like in
Oh,
front of us,
shit.
man.
Tall as well, innit?
Yeah, very
We're
tall.
gonna see his beard, what his beard looks like. We'll see his eyes, what his eyes look like, the shape of his eyes. Okay, the width of his shoulders. Alright? We'll see his sandals, his feet, what his toes look like, you know, his toenails. We'll see what he looks like, man. His you know, his
Detail,
fingers,
man, in detail.
you know,
Everything in detail.
you know.
Oh, beautiful, brother.
We're gonna see his forearms, man. We'll see his
Beautiful,
we're
brother.
gonna see his garment, the texture, with the material of his garment. We're gonna see what his lips, the thickness of his lips. Alright?
And you're going to see his eyes. And you imagine that's where you look through somebody's soul. Through the eyes.
I don't want to look in his eyes.
You can't, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to look in his eyes. I don't want to look in his
Right?
eyes, you know.
We're gonna have to bow down.
Bow down, man.
How can we
And
not
I tell
bow
you something.
down?
Where's East? Where's East? I'm not being theatrical. Where's East?
right.
Let me tell you something, brothers. We're all gonna do this. I'm not being funny. We're gonna be all doing this.
Right,
Bowing down
right.
to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Bahasham,
Yahweh
Shai.
Yes,
Right.
brother.
Fine, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Yes,
no
brother.
joke business. It's no fucking joke.
That's right, man.
Right?
That's right. Yahweh Shai is gonna be standing. He's gonna be like that. Right. When they have that crown,
Right.
it's gonna be shining, man.
In all glory.
That's when everything goes down, man.
Thank you, brother.
Everything, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yahweh Shai stands and he's got that posture. He's got that confidence. That's no Superman.
Yeah.
Superman
But his thing
bro.
blowing, isn't it? His
Yeah, this
thing
thing
blowing.
is showing.
Yeah.
It's blowing.
Yeah.
No, there's not gonna be. You know the movies show the music. You're not gonna be no music like to honor the moment.
Theatricalize it.
There's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
What you're gonna see is Yahweh Shai, and it's gonna be like it's almost like there's gonna be a silence among the elect. we're gonna be like, shit.
Yeah,
That's
look,
him.
these churches, they play music in the background.
Yeah, look at me on that.
You know, them little organs
Yeah,
and little to make your soul feel, you know.
that demonic
Fuck all that
music,
shit, man. No, man.
That satanic music.
It's satanic music. Fuck
Yeah.
that, man. I hate
You
this
know
fucking
that?
world, man.
Nah,
hate
man.
it.
And we're gonna see how dark his complexion is, man. We're gonna see this melanin.
Yes.
Where his nose, look at the broadness of his nose. You understand? We're gonna see his hair, man, the texture of his hair, man. Alright? And we're gonna hear the depth, the bass in his voice.
Come on, brother. Come on, speak it more.
And he's gonna speak
More,
that
brother.
Hebrew. He's
Bring
gonna
it more.
speak that,
yes,
that,
the real
that,
tongue.
you know,
Yes,
that
that's
straight
right,
Hebrew, man. Right?
That's right.
And that deep tone of voice, man.
Gonna make things shake when he speaks.
Yes,
You know, you can feel the vibration.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You say like, his voice is like the many waters.
Yeah.
Alright? We're literally gonna see what it look like, the veins, like you know when the man muscle, you can see like his veins.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that, man. Alright? And he's gonna be among us. Alright? And he's gonna order everything. He's gonna order us. He's gonna say, yo, you stand here, you know, you stand there. Right? We're gonna see how he walks. He might have a bop, like. You might just,
You might be talking, I mean. Yeah.
No. But you know,
Yeah.
so
We
walk
can't
like a lion,
imagine,
it's
innit,
gonna have that
really,
rhythm.
Yeah.
Alright? You're gonna see the sword in it. Imagine holding a sword as well. Yahweh Shah holding an actual sword. Alright?
Picture there, innit?
You know? And remember, Yahweh Shah is gonna be with us forever.
Oh, come on, man.
He's gonna have his
Come
women.
on, brother.
Imagine that. Imagine Yahweh Shah having children. Imagine that. He's gonna have women, so he's gonna be enjoying the fruit of the kingdom, just right along us. So you can imagine what's going to happen. You know? Yeah. Because the scriptures say what? He's gonna the wine that I'll drink it new with you in the kingdom. So he's gonna be enjoying wine. He's gonna be enjoying the kingdom too, because it's gonna be his. And we're just gonna be joint heirs with him. Meaning we're gonna be ruling with him.
This is true.
You know? So it's gonna be crazy. So he's gonna have his portion of slaves, meaning his slaves are gonna build his house. So we're gonna see what Yahweh Shah's house looks like. You know what I'm trying to say? You can see how great his mansion look like. Alright?
And there's not going to be no bad-minded.
Nah.
Nobody can be bad-minded. Oh, look at Yahweh Shai's house. Why is his house look that way?
Yeah. No, there's gonna be none of that, man.
None of that bad-minded
Yeah,
shit.
none of that, bro.
Right?
Nah.
Right?
And you know what? Among the elect, yeah, I'm not going on, but there's gonna be
No, talk it, brother. Talk it. You have to do it. You have to lift us up, brother.
Right.
You have to.
There's gonna be secret. There's gonna be like secret meetings that only the elect can attend. Alright? The 2/3 can't attend those meetings, man. Because the scriptures talk about the tabernacle of David.
Yes, bro.
Alright? The house of David. Closing back up, man. You understand? So only the elect can only attend those meetings. The elect men, the prophets, the 144,000. Alright? And the women and all that, they can't even attend those meetings. The children, they can't attend the meetings. The 2/3, they can't attend the meetings, man. Alright? And we're going to discuss how to judge the nations. And Yahweh Shai is going to pretty much, you know, he's going to have that, he's going to put down his scepter. And the earth is going to go, it's going to start shake almost. You know what I'm saying? And then like, there's going to be an order, there's going to have the 12 apostles, the 12. David's going to be among them. It's going to be wonderful to see how everything is organized,
Oh,
man.
that's beautiful, brother. Come on.
How we all come
Yes.
round, how
Yes.
we all
Yeah,
organized.
yeah.
Because it tells you that in skip second Ezra's was it the third chapter we go into there was a young man taller than all the rest.
Yeah.
After that, I jump back in here.
Because you have to think about these things, man. Because it said a young man, so obviously Yahweh Shai is not going to have white hair. It said a young man taller than the rest. Alright, because sometimes some brothers, they do animated pictures of Yahweh Shai with grey hairs. But in the scripture it says he's a young man. So he might not have grey hairs, he might just have straight black hair. Alright? First chapter, I think it was... Yeah.
But exactly, it does say hair white like wool here. Yeah. Who else has got woolly hair, man? Rocket science.
That's on 38.
Yeah, it's off of 38.
Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
Feast of the Lord, all right? Because there's a parable that goes into how the master went called for his servants and told them to go and bid them to the feast or to the marriage, all right? Because if you check the marriage, how it was done in the ancient world, there was always a ceremony, there was always a feast, all right? I believe that's in
Topic 412.
oh no, it's not even that. It's
That's what spiritual power. Spiritual power is the reward. Now look at this picture. See how we're shy putting crowns on the elect. You know, this is the reward. There's rewards in this truth, man. That's what we want. You know, crowning everyone, man. That's why we sang when the saints go marching in. I want to be in that number.
yeah, man. Because we're the sheep of his pasture, all right?
Scattered, innit?
So you're gonna have brothers with big beards. You know, we're gonna look like men, man, intimidating, fierce-looking men, man. All right. There's not gonna be none of Esau's laws trying to hold us down and trying to suppress our masculinity, man. All right. But let me just read this. This is Genesis chapter 29, verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, "Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her." And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. Alright? So there was always like a ceremony or a feast that took place before a man went in onto his wife, man. That's how it was done in the ancient world. Now, if you check this, he said, behold them that are in the feast of the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing, right? Okay? Because pretty much we're the 5 wise virgins, alright? And Yahweh Shai, he's that bridegroom trying to bring us back onto the Most High again, married back onto our husband again.
That's it, husband.
Because what? We were given a bill of divorce, right? Because of our sins, because of our adulteries, because of our transgressions. But the merciful power that Yahweh is, He's going to send His Son to die for us, man, so we can be reconciled back unto Him again. And then the same Son that died for us as the ultimate sacrifice, as a lamb, He resurrect that same lamb to come again the second time to physically reconcile us, okay, back unto the Most High, to physically redeem us,
Nice, man.
to give us salvation, okay, back unto the Most High again, marrying us back unto our husband again, man.
Thank you, bro.
All right. See, the Most High, yeah, what He did is He made us go through desolate places, made us go through trial and error and tribulation, man, with the other nations on this planet Earth through the centuries and through the millennia, man. All right. But now the Most High is getting ready to honor us, man. Okay. The Most High is getting ready to honor His wives, man. Them that were faithful. You know, like a woman that's faithful. You know what I say? Through better or worse, to death do we part.
Thank you, brother.
Ride and die, isn't it, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sickness and in health. See, here it was, is that because we maintain our loyalty to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, despite the sickness we were going through, despite the suffering that we were going through, we still managed to maintain our integrity, our honor, like a woman. Like say if a woman, right, a woman will leave you, like Kim Kardashian, find a $1 million man, and as soon as something goes wrong, she's gone.
That's it.
That's what you call her, like a whore or an opportunist. You know, she just jumps on the next hot thing. You know what I'm trying to say? You see us, we have honor, so we don't sway from the straight gate, man. That narrow path that leads to to the broad. We don't betray our power, man. All right. No matter what happened, because Esau's world is designed, okay, to destroy your integrity, destroy your honor, okay, destroy your faithfulness. All right. So you have to be faithful. Go ahead.
I started from the top again. Second Ezra's chapter 2 verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
4,000. Right? And you're gonna have the 1/3. Women and children are also gonna be delivered. Right? Go ahead.
Which are departed from the shadow of the world.
So we've departed from the shadow of this present time, man. Okay, the scripture says, what fellowship have light with darkness? Alright? So if you're called on the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, depart from this evil world, man. You can't be all up into it. Alright? Taking pleasure in sin for a season. Go ahead.
And have received glorious garments of the Lord.
Receive glorious garments of the Lord. Alright? So we're gonna have them garments, man. We're gonna be gods, man. Imagine that, we're gonna be gods. We're not gonna be just men, we're gonna be gods, man. We're literally gonna have power. Go ahead.
Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yahweh, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed.
Alright, well.
I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest.
Yes.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
So he's going to be the top ranking alpha male. He's going to be a true alpha male, man. He said he's taller than all the rest of us. So one thing when we're looking up at him.
Yeah, mate.
You know what I'm trying to say?
As Tina Turner says, simply the best, better than all the rest.
You know?
But that's how humble Yahweh Shai is.
Yeah.
Someone tried to bow down to him and he said, see thou doest not, I am thy fellow servant.
Yeah. So he's not gonna come like.
We think that slavery is over, still alive and kicking.
So don't give them much attention. Let's see what they do.
Anyone?
There's verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Now are they ground and receive palms.
You're hearing that? So we put off the mortal. So we literally gonna be immortal, man. Imagine that. We're gonna be scary. We're gonna be very, very scary people, man. We're not gonna have any shape ups, no line-ups, no high tops. We're not gonna have none of them things there.
Metrosexual rubbish, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Stiffly, man.
Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things, and how great wonders of Yahweh, thy power, thou hast seen.
Start from 45.
Second Ezra 2 and 45. He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh.
So you think about a man who's immortal. When you check Psalms 140, I think it's 8, they tell you how pretty much We're gonna have swords in our hands. The scripture never said nothing about us having a helmet or armor, okay, or a shield. It just said all we need is a sword, because you can't kill an immortal man. You don't need a shield. You know, the man going to war, he running with a shield and a helmet and them thing there, man. We don't need none of that, all right? Because we won't fear death. Death would have been conquered completely, all right? We're literally gonna be invincible, all right?
Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Yahweh, thy power, thou hast seen.
Right. So in there you're gonna have Jeremiah, you're gonna have Habakkuk, Jonah, Ezekiel, Isaiah. They're all gonna be there at the feast of the Lord, man, with crowns on their head. Okay? So I mean, when we get delivered, I mean, get immortalized, we're not gonna straight away have no crowns on our head. We're gonna be given those crowns. And then we're gonna put them, Yahweh Shai gonna put them crowns on our head, man. So it's gonna be literally, it's gonna be verified or confirmed, all right, that we're now kings and we're gonna reign on the earth, man. And we're gonna take that rulership, all right. And this is this is not gonna happen on earth, man. This is gonna happen in the chariot, man. Okay. Go ahead, man.
That's your end.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. The brother's actually correct, because at the end of the day, there's rewards in this truth, man. And we all have to do, I keep saying it, we all have to do things that we don't want or not comfortable with, but we do it for who? For the elect's sake. Right? Do you know that scripture? I do all things. Is it Romans 9? I do all things all for the elect's sake. Romans 7. Look it up. Sure. Yeah, Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Right, this is Ezekiel 9 and 4.
And this is the Lord basically separating people, man. Because the Lord can judge people and save people at the same time. Like Hurricane Katrina. You had 12 Jakes. I don't know if it was 12, we wouldn't say that 12. But you had Jakes, went to a church and they had a little bit of supplies, and basically the flood never touched them, man. You know? But just around the corner, loads of Israelites are flooding dead. So, you know, the Lord judges his people, man. See?
Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Yep.
It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
There you go. Now that word was read that bit again, sorry.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
There you go. And that mark is the Hebrew word fawah, which means exempt from judgment. Alright? That's what it means. So how are you going to get exempt from judgment? Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Because you know what?